I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We welcome Cookie Doe. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, my name is Cookie Doe. I'm a trans femme VTuber. I've been in the scene for about 4 years now. I'm also an artist, and yeah.
Yeah. That's plenty.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate it. So, how long have you been doing how long have you been doing the VTuber thing?
So I've been doing it since about 2020, like late 2021. So coming up on 4 years now. But that was before I kind of like realized I was a woman, not a man. So that was when I was going under a different alias of Huey Doulahan. So I haven't actually streamed since I have kind of rebranded, but I've been off and on doing it for about 4 years now.
Yeah. So you did it before you made a transition, or before you decided to make the transition?
Both, because but when I started, I was still I hadn't really kind of done my gender discovery yet, so that was something that was kind of like exploring as I was streaming, and when I figured it out, I kind of like took a hiatus so I could kind of figure that out for myself. But yeah,
that's a fairly major thing to have taken care of.
Oh yeah,
while it's going through. I mean, that's something that a lot of us aren't going to be able to empathize with. But holy cats! I mean, take a while on that one. It's a pretty. I always think it's a very courageous thing to do.
Thank you.
It's not something I'll be doing myself, but I mean that's. I talked to somebody one time who was a pro wrestler. His name was Matt Cage. Is Matt Cage. He was one of the first in the country to come out as an openly gay wrestler.
Oh, that's awesome.
And was actually got a little bit of notoriety for it. It was very good. Nice kid.
Well, that's awesome.
And I was talking to him a little bit about it, and I said, everything going on. I says, if somebody come up to you and tells you that you made this choice on purpose to be a African American gay man in this country right now, and you made this choice, do you think you should be put in a rubber room? I mean, it's not something that you're like, okay, this is the most easy thing to do. Let's just go ahead and do it.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot of bravery to like you said, like with our current how our country currently is. It's really, there's a lot to it, and a lot of bravery to come out openly, especially in such a very masculine setting of wrestling. That's
and
so impressive.
And thankfully he didn't. I mean, thankfully he didn't face a whole lot of stuff for that, which was
that's good.
Good. I mean,
it's always a concern.
Yeah, and that's positive, obviously. But the fact that somebody has to hold that in for a long period of time is another thing that I hope eventually society figures out. Eventually,
I feel like it will be eventually. Yeah. Hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah, let's do that. But in the meantime, you get a chance to come here on VTubing and present yourself how you want. To folks. Have you been able to do that yet as Cookie Doe?
So I haven't started streaming on my own yet. I have kind of guests on other streamers as Cookie Doe, but I haven't started streaming on my own quite yet, but I'm definitely in the process of it. I'm actually hoping to maybe re-debut maybe in November if I get all my stuff taken care of in time.
Now you've been on a couple times, but now the debut is going to be something completely different, obviously. Is that making your toes curl a little bit?
I mean, I've done it before when I debuted as my old persona, but it is definitely a bit different because now I'm going to be. I feel like I'm more embracing myself than I was before, because before I was I made a character because I want a VTube, so here's a character I'm going to make. But now I feel like I'm putting myself more out there with this character and
Right.
this persona.
Right.
So it's definitely like a little nerve wracking because it's like if no one shows up, it's like it'll kind of feel a little more personal. But I've got a great support group around me, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's going to help out a lot. That'll help out a lot.
Mhm.
But still, it's going to be, and it is with everybody. And I don't care if you come on as a deranged toaster or what. But
Yeah.
you still people will come in, and you still have to bring them in with personality and keep them with personality, and that's
Mhm.
just kind of the way it goes.
Oh yeah.
And well, you've been on there before. Was getting on with the microphone a big hurdle to overcome, or was it easy for you earlier on?
So for when I started VTubing, it honestly wasn't that difficult because I've been like active on the internet since I was like little. Like got on the YouTube scene like back in like 2007 when it first started. So I've
Holy
been
cats, yeah.
actively like making stuff like entertainment or what have you for close to 2 decades at this point. So like
Oh,
actually like doing the streaming was like it was a bit different because it was like instead of it being pre-recorded, it was live, but like the feeling of just recording something in general wasn't too jarring for me. So
yeah,
like kind of getting on the mic wasn't like a big hurdle.
yeah. And live's a different thing, though. I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah. 35 years of radio. I can assure you that not having a safety net is a lot different than having a safety net.
Oh yeah.
And knowing that you have that audience sitting out there in front of you, even if you can't see them, can sometimes be a bit jarring. But you have the experience already with putting stuff together, and I imagine it was almost old hat by the time you turned the microphone on.
hmm
Yeah, yeah. So you had all that experience behind you, so you didn't have any equipment problems when you started and again got on.
Oh yeah, no. I already had like a Yeti mic, pop filter, nice headphones, everything ready to go before I even started. So like I was definitely lucky in that sense of like already kind of just having stuff from collected over the years and ready to go.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're all set up and there's a lot of people talk about their setups and going for the super expensive stuff, but you don't need the
Mhm.
expensive stuff. You just need good stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like you can get a really nice mic for less than $50 and
Mm.
it'll last you a long time.
Yeah, if you're not going to sing or anything, if you are
Yeah.
going to sing, then that's going to make a difference.
That's a little different story, yeah.
Yeah, it's if I was going to sing, first of all, I'd have to hire somebody else to actually sing because I ain't going to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
That is definitely a tough thing of like singing on because I've done like karaoke streams before and that
yeah.
is probably the most nerve-wracking experience I've had in streaming because like if I mess up a note, even if like no one's gonna like make fun of me or judge me for it, it's like I know deep down that I messed up and it's like
Oh
dang.
yeah. I mean, you were talking another level there. I've gotten to the point in my life where I can get up in front of people and say, "Here's somebody else," and walk off the stage without
Yeah.
exploding. But if I'm actually going to sing, I don't think I was able to do that at all. And
hmm
to do this online would be even more nerve wracking. I mean, have you got any plans to do any more type singing besides that?
Uh, yeah, I'm like kind of in the beginning stages of it, but I might like do like a small karaoke section when I do my re-debut stream. Like might open up with like a song cover or something. But I haven't fully decided on that yet. I gotta see if I can get enough practice in and feel comfortable enough with whatever songs I end up going with.
Man, that takes you're one of the more courageous people I've interviewed.
Well, thank you.
I wouldn't do
I
any of
think I
that
just have a
stuff.
lot of fun with it.
I'm not doing any of that. So, when you do come on, what is it you're going to be liking to stream?
I mean, I'm like I mentioned, I'm an artist, so I'll probably do a lot of like art streams where I'm just like either working on like commissions
Mhm.
or personal projects. Like, hopefully, I can get back to working on used to have a web comic that I used to make that has been
Really?
kind of lying dormant for about 2.5 years. That I'm
That,
hoping to pick back up at some point.
that wasn't on
But it
Flash,
was,
was it?
I'm sorry.
That wasn't on like Flash, was it? Comics?
Thankfully, no. It was on Webtoons,
Oh,
so
there you
like
go.
my stuff is still safe to go. But yeah, it was either like working on art streams or just like playing video games, like pretty much every other VTuber out there. Like I'm a big fan of like any RPGs
Mm.
or I like kind of longer games, so
Yeah,
that's probably what I'd be focused on a lot.
yeah, yeah. So artistry, and another. Here, you've got all these things that you're good at that I cannot possibly do, which my art is limited to the thumbnails, and that basically I'm just rearranging pieces.
I mean, that itself is an art, and you do a great job at it.
Oh, thanks. I'm pretty happy with how it turns out most of the time. But the so you, how long have you been an artist?
Phew.
I mean,
Honestly, like probably close to like in terms of like being an active artist, I would say probably roughly like 10 or so years. But like, of course, I'd always have like like I would get in trouble at my old church for like sketching in my notebook instead of paying attention to the sermon or something like that. So I've been drawing since I was like 4 years old, but
oh my
like
gosh,
actively drawing, I'd say probably since like 2012, 2013. So
man.
I've been going on it for a while now.
Yeah, self-taught.
Oh yeah, I did take a one of my had like an optional like curricular when I was going to college for an art class, but I kind of dropped out of that
Yeah,
halfway through, so I don't have any like quote unquote professional training. It's all self taught.
yeah. I hear people going through those classes, and I. It seems sometimes it's more like a grader more than anything else. They kind of
Yeah.
they say, okay, you now are going to do this, and this is how you art.
Oh yeah. It's very like trying to filter you, and I kind of get why because it's like trying to teach you the basics, but
Mm,
it very much filters you away from just doing what you want because like it was all like, oh, draw still life, draw. It was neat learning the fundamentals again, but
mm.
at the end of the day, I had already known most of that stuff by then. So it was like, I'm just going to leave this class.
It would frustrate me no end to go into a class like that, and they say do a still life, and I do one in my style, and they say no, 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 you're doing it all wrong. I'm like,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
goodbye.
yeah. It's because like especially like creatives in general, I think there's a having that kind of limitation can be really suffocating in a way.
Hmm.
So like I think just having that freedom is good for most artists. So art classes can help with fundamentals if you don't already know them, but
Yeah.
if you do, they're definitely not worth your time.
So you're going to be doing some art streams with it. Have Are you worried about possible backseat artists?
I've dealt with them before, and I'm very like I have it in my rules chat of like, hey, I'm drawing here. I know what I'm doing. I understand if you want me to do something different, but if you want to do it differently, go do it yourself.
Oh, I was going to do that. But if I show up and do that, you absolutely have just it's not worth the advice.
Yeah, yeah.
What
It's I mean like there's always like a there's always gonna be someone who's gonna want to like change how you're and I get like wanting to give it advice, but
Mhm.
and it's always kind of taken in context too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people can do it in some ways and not make it sound like you're taking over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a terrible choice. You should have used blue.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's
Well, my character's yellow, so
yeah,
get over
it's an
it.
apple. If you find any blue apples, don't eat them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Um, that would bother me at no end. But
Oh
the
yeah.
but
It can be frustrating, but it's all fun and games at the end of the day.
yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like you're awfully creative. I mean, early on artistry and wanting to get on and sing and all that stuff.
Mhm.
That is the genesis of a very creative person. You consider
Oh,
yourself that even as a young
I
person?
would say so, yeah. Because like I've always loved just creating stuff, either putting Legos together, writing short
Mm.
stories, drawing, singing. Like I just like the aspect of just like letting my mind just kind of build stuff, for lack of a better term, just in any form I can.
Yeah, yeah. You don't think all this stuff I'm envious of. You put writing up there too. That's just not fair. But with all this background, and you enjoy playing some video games. Have you thought about putting that together in a video game?
Actually, yes. I can't really speak on it too much because it's like we're still in the baby steps of it. But I am working with a friend that we are going to be making a visual novel game
Yes.
in the probably far distant future. But
Yeah.
it's definitely something that's kind of on the back burner. So I'm definitely like looking to put my writing and artistry skills to use there.
Yeah, I mean, it really sounds like you're right on that path. I mean,
Yeah, I've definitely got all the stuff I need to make my way there.
yeah, that sounds that I can't imagine the joy you'll get once that's done.
Oh yeah,
But you are an artist, so it probably won't ever be quite done. I mean, you'll look at it and say, I could tweak it here, I could tweak it there. Artists are all like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you guys, you
yeah. I'll
folks,
finish an amazing piece, and then 5 minutes later, I'll look at it like, oh, I could have done so much better on this or that. We're our own worst critic.
there was a scene in the old television show Malcolm in the Middle. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, and Cranston, Bryan Cranston, who is ridiculously talented, is on there, and he's bought a big canvas because he's decided he's going to paint his masterpiece. He's never painted before, so you never actually see the pointing at paint. I don't think. So he gets this thing all done. He's like, no, and he starts over again.
Yeah.
By the time he's done, it's just
he's
kind
like
of this.
buying all that paint. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time he's done, they finally showed it just this kind of grayish black smear all over the whole paint.
Yeah, I remember that episode. It's a really good one.
Sometimes creativity lacks focus.
Oh yeah. I mean that's a very good point. Like sometimes you kind of being unfocused in your creativity can often lead to some like beautiful pieces.
Yes, and to see Bryan Cranston go crazy is always fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was so nice. So have you ever had that where you've had a focus and it changes as you go, and then you changes again and it's just quite elusive for you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as I mentioned, I've had a webcomic, and I've probably like changed the focus of the plot like 10 times throughout the story. So like I definitely know of like that focus will often change. It kind of adapts to the person you are as you go, especially with long form projects like that. Because like I started that comic in 2019.
Yeah,
and I'm by far not the same person I was then.
Right.
So it's definitely like adapts to who you are and what you're working on, and like how you feel about creativity in general, I think.
Well, yeah. I mean, your life has definitely taken a turn since then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pandemic helped with that for sure.
Yeah. That's interesting that you say that, though. You say you use the term "you're not the same person." Are you a different person, or are you just someone who's kind of found themselves more?
Oh, that's a good way to put it. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'd say so because like I'm definitely not like I am the same person I was like all those years ago. But yeah, like I've found myself more, both in like artistic endeavors, gender, everything in between. Like. It's all grown from there.
Yeah, again, that's something that a lot of folks can't relate to, obviously. But some folks decide, I guess, that as they're transitioning, they throw out the entire bathwater and with the baby and go completely with a completely new persona. Did you do that? I mean, did you keep a lot of what your life was like before and when you made the transition?
Oh yeah, mostly because like I mean I haven't gotten to the point where I can like start taking like medical stuff or like HRT, so like that part of me is still definitely there. But like I mean I'm still the same person. Like my interests haven't changed. I'm still love football. I still love video games, art. Like those parts of me aren't going to like change no matter how far away I get from who I quote unquote used to be.
Oh yeah. So, which football team?
Unfortunately, the Texans. I'm been locked into them since I was little, and I'm unfortunately emotionally invested in their.
There's a lot worse it could have
been. I could be a Browns fan.
Yeah, that would be horrible. That would be really horrible. I'm a Packer fan myself, so.
Well, I mean, you had a good start to the season. Hopefully, they pick up soon.
It'll be fine. I mean. I think the tie was hilarious. I don't know about anybody else.
I mean, second highest tie in NFL history. So
yeah, and people were like, "Oh, they should take ties out." They played over a game of football and they ended up in a tie. Leave it.
I mean, like it's a unique thing. Like if you take away the tie, then it's like they just keep playing indefinitely till they eventually get a winner. Or, you won't even let them kick off right. So let them do that.
one year, and I'm an old man. So,
Mhm.
it's like 77 or something. The
Mhm.
Packers and Vikings played 2 games during the regular season, tied one, and the Vikings won the other, and they tied for the league leadership, and the Packers lost on the tiebreaker.
Mm.
It's like that was what it was like being a Packer fan in the 70s.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The '70s weren't the greatest decades for the Packers.
No.
Like they had a great '60s, and then there was
Yeah, and then
kind of a lull until Favre came along.
yeah. Well, we started with Mikowski. Then Mikowski was at least had that spark where you knew that every once in a while, at least you could beat the Bears.
Yeah, yeah.
And now beating the Bears is kind of like
It's child's play for the Packers now.
show up. But the for you and getting back to the VTubing thing,
Mhm.
when you're on and you do have an audience with you, and how do you get kind of a validated feeling that there's people that are coming on to spend their time with you?
Oh, absolutely. Because like, there's so many like TV shows, movies, games, like things could be like people can be doing, and the fact that they are taking time out of their day, even if they're like have me on in the background where they're like doing chores or what have you, like it's still like very validating that they chose me to have on.
Yeah, yeah. I always when I was on, especially as I got older and appreciated it more, I guess,
Mhm.
was that I was being invited as a guest into people's homes when I was on.
Mm.
Um,
Oh yeah.
try not to mess up the carpet and don't put your feet in the couch, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Or shoes anyway in the couch. And and I was a sports talk guy for the lot part, so I could get rowdy on occasion. But
Oh yeah.
but the whole concept is you're and I think it's really even more with VTubing is that you've created an entire dimension almost.
Oh yeah.
And you're wanting people to come to that and see what you're about, enjoy it with you, and then come back to it again. You
Yeah. It's definitely very fun with VTubing because like there's no hard set rules on what a VTuber persona can be.
no.
So I mean, there's one that I saw that's just a gun with eyes on it, and it's just like, oh, that's neat. It's just like there's so many fun aspects to VTubing in general, and like I've definitely put my writer's hat on with my VTubing because like part of the reason it's taken me so long to get back to redebuting is I'm making like a whole like semi-animated video
Ooh.
to kind of present my character's lore.
Oh, excellent.
So like I'm definitely like going full in on that.
Excellent. It's such a chance to be creative, and
Mhm.
but it's also a chance to not be creative. If you're not a super creative person, and you don't and you just want to come on and talk to people, you can do that too.
Oh yeah, I mean like there's like prefab like VTuber models that people will give away for free that you can easily use. So you don't have to have lore, or you don't have to have like a big story. I just, for me personally, it's something fun for me to do, kind of flex my muscles a little bit on that.
Yeah, I thought it was when I first got started doing this. One person said, "They said, well, how did you get started?" And I told them about radio background, a lot of time in the radio and all this stuff. And they said, "That's some great lore." I go, I'm no, that's how that's me.
Yeah.
Believe me, I didn't write any of that stuff.
Someone else said I just kind of was along for the ride.
Yeah, that's right. And I didn't have, I was there for that. That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
So being that creative and being an artist and writer and vocalist here eventually,
Mhm.
when you start a game, are you influenced by those things as to whether or not you'll like the game? If it's an art style you're not particularly fond of, it's the writing style. Are you openly critical about that?
I'm one of those people that can be easily entertained. Like I can easily turn my brain off and just kind of enjoy something for what it is. But I'll definitely like connect with it more if it's like an art style or writing or story that really connects with me. But like I'm not like overly critical in the sense of like, because I can turn my brain off and play like like a Halo or Call of Duty game and just like enjoy the big explosions on the screen.
Yeah, when I took my stepdaughter out to see Transformers 2, we weren't there to watch Shakespeare. We were there to watch robots blow up.
Oh yeah,
And
I mean, like there's that just kind of like mindless chaos can be just it can be good for the brain to just like kind of have something fun to look at without having to think too critically about it.
oh yeah, absolutely. And you don't have to get too bourgeois and any of that stuff. Just go in and have fun with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, that being said, has there been a game that was just too much for you? You just look at it, no, I can't do that.
That's a good question. I haven't had any that I've done on stream, but there's definitely been games where, like mostly horror games, I'm an absolute scaredy cat when it comes to horror games.
Yeah, me too.
So like I'd be very hard pressed to like play a truly scary game on stream.
Yeah.
Like I did try the Alien Isolation one, and like I got through a good chunk of it, but then I was just like, I gotta stop. It's getting too much for me.
I would be having nightmares in my daydreams with that game.
Oh yeah.
There's just so much fuel in there to never sleep again.
Absolutely.
I mean, I already have my sleep paralyzation demons. I don't need an extra one.
Oh yeah, right there with you.
I'm not gonna pay for one here, okay? They come for free. I can't do that. I mean, I like watching people scream when they play them, but I'm not going to do it myself.
Yeah.
What about collaborations? Have you worked up some folks that you would be collaborating with? I mean, you've already done some, obviously, but have you got a list?
I mean, list probably for like we'd probably be here for an hour listing all the VTubers I'd love to work with. Like, there's of course like friends that I've made like in this last year alone that since I like kind of took a break from streaming, I've now like have like soft plans like, oh, I want to play this game with you or just like draw with you on or just something like that. So like, because like I've been like I said, I've been streaming since 2021, and the reason I even got into VTubing was because of a friend of mine who I met through the webcomic community, Hachiko, who's one of my oldest friends. They definitely want to collab with them. I've like collabed with them before, but now that I'm kind of more comfortable with myself, I want to do more stuff with them, and also just like all my other friends that I've made over the years in the community.
It's not phasmophobia.
that could be fun if I'm like that is a thing. Like I can do horror stuff if I'm with friends. It's like, okay, I can virtually hide behind them if I need to.
Yes, I will be back in the van.
Yeah, exactly. That's always my job. Is like I'll watch the cameras and keep an eye on everyone's heart rate, and everyone else can do the scary stuff.
Right. I'll be back in the van, not screaming or dying. Thank you very much. That's my plan.
Oh yeah.
So have you, since you've transitioned or making the transition, has it been easier or tougher for you online once people find out?
I'd say generally easier because the people I stay around are also either trans or very trans accepting. I haven't really gotten, dealt with any like bad actors for the most part.
Right.
Like I'll see comments on the occasion, but not many or any have really been directed at me for the most part, which is nice. But I mean, it's out there. It's unfortunate, but for the most part, like life has been generally better for me in terms of just like friendships and community overall. So I've had a pretty positive experience since I began transitioning.
It's I just wonder about comfort levels for you doing this, and the leap is still so huge. And I can't quantify that. I can't put it in my head and quantify it. I mean, but it's still so huge, and I don't think people in general, and I don't want to put everybody in the same basket, but I don't think people in general realize that. When they meet somebody, and it's not like everybody who decides to transition it immediately becomes a good person.
Mhm.
I really like that. I've met a few folks. I'm still like to punch in the head.
Oh yeah, like regardless of what like group you're a part of or what you identify as,
Yeah.
there's always going to be bad actors. That's
Oh,
just kind of how humanity is, unfortunately. Like,
yeah.
there's always going to just be people who will just be little shits, for lack of a better term.
There's people who go crap in your Cheerios. It's just not,
Oh yeah.
that's just what they want to do, and they will go around doing that because they're very small people. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, and they pretty soon, I hope that we'll be able to
Mhm.
see folks for the individuality there, and I think VTubing is allowing that to a very big degree.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I think the reason like trans community is so attracted to VTubing is because like here's a place where I can like really put a persona of myself in,
Hmm.
of like who I want to be or who I am ideally or something like. Obviously, I don't think I'd ever be able to pull off my hairstyle of my persona, but like it's definitely like very really nice to kind of just see the community really grasp onto this, because like the world is rough right now, especially for people of this community.
Hmm.
So having this kind of outlet to like really express yourself is really beautiful to me.
Yeah, yeah. I grew up in the '70s, and
Mhm.
um, the definition of of transsexualism was different then. It was
Mhm.
you only heard about it after the operations and complete transit and all that stuff. So we didn't. Society was so different back then. Um,
Yeah.
I feel bad about it because it seemed like we were getting to a point of a little more acceptance for a while.
Yeah, I think what it was is like there was less known about it, so people just like, oh, it's something different. But then politicians and all that stuff kind of came in and like say, oh, that's the bad guy over there, and just kind of
Mm,
pointed a finger at the transgender community as a whole.
yeah,
Which it's just, I mean, it's politics at the end of the day, which is rough. But
yeah,
I think we will, like as a society, bounce back eventually.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it'll take time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I'm going to be too old for that, so I'm leaving it up to you guys. My generation is making this mess, but I'm going to leave it to you guys to finish it. You can thank us later. the there's no survey to take out and for your customer satisfaction. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, no.
um, so with this and basically, I know a new start to yourself in a way.
Mhm.
Um, was is being successful at VTubing and getting an audience, and is that a big goal for you? Is that something that's really important for you in the long run?
Not particularly, because it's not something I'm like reliant on financially.
Mm.
So like for me, it's just like something fun to do, something I can connect friends with, something, something I can use to make memories with either my audience or people I'm collabing with. So like for me, like success isn't really in the numbers. It's just more in like, can I like end the stream with a smile?
Mm.
Can I make someone else have like a good experience with this? So like I think that's kind of my success, is just kind of eliciting those feelings in myself and in other people.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we are in a state now where you have this chance to do this online
Hmm.
with the potential audience of 95% of the world um, that has a device to go on. I
Yeah.
mean, really, it's everybody's getting a chance to show what they got and who they are. Um,
Hmm.
Sometimes it's not a particularly good thing,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
but it's but we can tune out and find something that is. Um, and I think that it's just going to continue to expand here for a while. Maybe not at the big growth rate it did during everybody sheltering in place, but
Yeah.
and let's hope we don't have to do that again.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's hope not.
yeah, it really took out the radio industry. I can tell you that for a
Oh,
fact.
yeah.
Local radio was pretty much decimated after that. Um, the but we've got a chance now for folks who maybe were shut-ins or almost recluses to come out and show us what a great voice they have or how funny they actually are in doing a horror game or heck cooking or something along those lines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, So
like there's so many fascinating like aspects of it. Like the internet has, like, for all its flaws, has made connecting with people. Like I have friends who live all the way in Australia, or
mm,
like, New Zealand. It's just like, oh wow, I would have never met these or known of these people even
yeah,
if it
yeah,
weren't for the internet.
yeah. The world has gotten so much smaller, and then everybody's world gets bigger because of it,
Hmm.
which is something that I should put on a T-shirt. But uh,
Yeah, it's a
uh,
good quote.
the T-shirt would be too big, and I don't have the money. Um, but the it's we really gotten the chance now to find out that there are people who aren't exactly like us, but would like us on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
And the reach is so huge. It's I still shake my head. An old man, at watching this go. I mean, I was there for the start of the net, and
Hmm.
heck, the first time I used a computer, it was called an Apple IIe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could program that actually back then. I don't think I
Oh
could
wow.
now, but yeah, I had a Commodore at home and Commodore 64.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, and the programming language was the same, BASIC. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I learned it in school, and then went home and made a pro wrestling game, all text because I couldn't figure out any of the graphic stuff. And when you printed it out on the old dot matrix, takes a year to print thing, it was almost an inch thick of paper.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, it was a labor of love.
Oh yeah.
And then when the Commodore 64 finally gave up the ghost, I was like, oh man, I can't translate into that anything. But and then now you try to program, it's like, I don't know that language.
Yeah. Yeah. There's, like, programming is something that, like, I'm definitely not going to be the programmer of the game. I'm going to be working on that. I'm leaving that up to partner I'm working with.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm going to work on all the pretty art, and they can work on all the nitty gritty code. But I mean, it's fascinating to kind of like see, like, oh, you just put these like strings of numbers and letters together, and suddenly you just have all this stuff working. It's kind of crazy.
oh yeah, absolutely. And with these games,
Mhm.
the games from the corporate folks are one thing, but these little independent games that you can tell
Mhm.
people have put their love into it, and they didn't have a corporate person standing over their head smashing everything
Oh yeah,
and cutting everything.
it's it's fascinating because, like, there's, like you said, there's no corporate person, like, you know like standing over their shoulder. It's like it's not a product for a lot of indie games. It's like it's a labor of love. It's like, here's an art piece I wanted to make.
Yeah.
Here's how I. It's getting more and more notability as like time goes on.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like sometimes it's like getting a quesadilla at a restaurant. If you go to
Mhm.
a place that ends in Taco Bell, the quesadilla is going to be basically a flat tortilla with a piece of cheese in it. If
Yeah.
if you go to a restaurant or a place that actually serves mostly edible food, the quesadilla is going to be a lot bigger and better and
Oh yeah.
probably cost less.
Yeah. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be probably like 3 times as big as like the Taco Bell one.
Oh yeah, at least, and you actually be able to probably survive it. Um,
Oh yeah.
but it's such a different thing. I'm not saying that all corporate games are bad because obviously it's not.
Mhm.
But you look at Undertale or Stardew Valley or
Mhm.
any of these other games that start off with small development groups or individuals in Stardew's case. Um, art style isn't shit isn't you know Sistine Chapel, but it doesn't need to
Yeah.
be.
Oh yeah. No, like the like goal, like, for company, like big companies to make like realistic games, like, it's neat to look at, but like it plateaued like 10 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
you could look at like the Madden football game of 2015 and look at the one today. They almost look identical now. It's like,
Hmm.
oh, they just have updated rosters. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
the realism is just like completely stopped. Which, like, that's cool, great. Like, it's neat that we have that. But like the games of like like I think Team Fortress 2, a game that came out in like 2007,
Mm-hmm.
still holds up today because they didn't try and focus on realism. They had a fun cartoonish art style that scales up and still holds up today.
Yeah, and it's. I think games now have to be a little more longer lasting, don't you? I mean,
Oh yeah, because like it's, especially in the economy, like it's hard to like chill out 60 or now sometimes 80 if you're looking at like Nintendo games for a game. So like you have to like really get your money's worth with them. So like that kind of makes indie games even more viable because like you're paying like maybe a third of the cost for something that might be just as long, just as fulfilling, just
Yeah.
as memorable.
yeah, and you actually own it,
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, I'll stick with my old NES if I can find it. Um, the the these games, I got to go to Madden. Did you ever play Madden on the old Genesis?
Not on the Genesis, no, but I do have actually have the original like first Madden NFL for the NES, or I think it was Super NES, I forget which, but yeah, I do have like kind of played around with that a little bit.
Oh man, I played on the Genesis, and it was the one where the ambulance comes on the field and runs over the players.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which is
It's like, and there's like half the team. It's like, oh man, there goes my quarterback and both my wide receivers.
I got on a friend's and he let me play a game, and I was playing against the I forget which team it was, but Jeff George was the quarterback, and
Okay.
folks, Jeff George had a $1 zillion arm and a lot of talent, but would not run. Absolutely would not. Wouldn't go down for a football if it was fumbled at his feet, and he fumbled it, and that's just a fact. But he was also very slow, so I was always blitzing the safety. I would bring him up to the line of scrimmage on the snap because the game couldn't handle that, and I just go back and smash him every time.
Yeah, it's always fun like breaking those old games. Like, oh, I could just do this. Absolutely, like there's nothing the game can do to stop me.
Oh yeah, and then eventually out comes the ambulance.
Oh yeah.
I also had one game. One of the Maddens had the World League teams in it that you could unlock. So I took the worst World Football League team from Europe and put them up against the 1972 Dolphins.
Oh no.
And I only ran one play on offense. It was a sweep. And every time, even on fourth down, I'd run that play. I scored like 300 points.
Yeah, like when you set up those like worst versus best, you can just be an absolute blowout in those games because the AI in the games just don't know what to do.
Yeah,
you're just beating crap out of them.
And you see the statistics afterwards, like 1,000 yards in one game.
Yeah, and then through like 12 touchdowns.
Oh man,
or wide receivers got like 7 of them. It's just a complete massacre.
Games like that are for breaking.
Oh yeah.
Besides enjoying,
and I think it's a fun thing is like so many like the big AAA games, like trying to avoid like, oh, make it sure it's super balanced so you can't break it.
Yeah.
And it makes sense for like multiplayer games, but like I think that's part of the fun with like those older games, like the single player, just like kind of figure like, oh, what can I do to just absolutely break everything in this game?
Exactly. Yeah, we played. My wife and I played GTA San Andreas, and it was fun for a while, and then it got really complicated. So we just, got cheat codes, went and blew things up.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the fun part with those games is like just like finding like putting in cheat codes or just finding the biggest gun and seeing what you can destroy.
We found a place where I could set up on the building after getting all the stuff and shoot rocket grenades at this hill, and cars would fly up into the buildings. That was fun.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I actually got hit by one. Setting on top of the building. Like, oh, okay. I died. But it's the fact is, and what I'm kind of hitting around the point is, come on and do you. And hopefully you find a bunch of people, and most people do, I think, find a few people anyway, that appreciate you for what you want to be and what you're presenting yourself as, and want to know you a little bit and be a part of what you're doing. And you think that's what's happened for you?
I mean, I think so. Like, as I mentioned, I already have like a one support group around me of friends. I mean, I have a friend, Silas. She has been probably my rock in terms of my friends for like the last 13 years, and she's like usually there at my streams. Like,
Yeah.
of course, I've made other friends in the VTubing community that have just been always there for me, always supportive. Like, I've learned a lot from them, and yeah, so like I definitely have. I feel like I've already kind of found that quote unquote audience, for lack of a better term, but it's really nice to kind of have overall.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to build up more of it as I go on, I think.
I think you will too. I think it's going to come for you. First of all, you got the backbone to do it. You got the background to do it. You got the skills to do it, and all that talent that I don't have. And and hopefully, I think you got the want to, and that's going to make a big difference.
Oh yeah,
folks, we're going to have all the links that we have for Cookie Doe in the description for this interview. I want to thank you so much for coming on, and I want to see how.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I want to see how this goes for you, and I want to see that game when it comes out. And
oh yeah,
if you need an announcer voice, then I do work for cheese sandwiches.
Well, I do make a pretty good grilled cheese. So.
I'm in. Whatever you want. I'm in.
Sounds good.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you again for having me.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.